Let's see what he thinks of your plan.
You're back, and you've got the Great Stone. Yes, you did. I can't force you to do anything. I understand that, and I thank you. I never thought to see a great Welkin stone, as beautiful as all the old tales tell. But of course its beauty is a mask for its deadly power, like everything crafted by the Aliads. Now, we need only one more item, and we'll be ready to open a portal to Manca Cameron's realm. I should have seen it sooner. It's the counterpart to the Great Welkin Stone, just as the first two were the opposed powers of the Daedra and the Divines. Welkin stones contain the concentrated power of Mundus. Their counterparts are sigil stones, which are used to hold open Oblivion gates. A great sigil stone, then, is what we require. You're not going to like it. Joffrey doesn't like it. The Countess of Bruma certainly isn't going to like it. Great sigil stones are the anchors of great gates. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn opened at Kvatch. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn wants to open here to destroy Bruma. I said you weren't going to like it. The risk is great, I know. I was at Kvatch. I saw the terrible power of the Daedric siege engine. But we have no choice. The only way to recover the Amulet of Kings is to allow the mythic Dawn to proceed with their plan to attack Bruma. No. I'll lead the defense of Bruma myself. If I am to be Emperor, it's time I started acting like one. Remember when we first met in Kvatch? I told you that I didn't want any part of the God's plan. I still don't know if there is a divine plan, but I've come to realize that it doesn't matter. What matters is that we act, that we do what's right when confronted with evil. That's what you did at Kvatch. It wasn't the gods that saved us, it was you. Were you acting for the gods? I don't know. But now, it's my turn to act. Please, my friend, I need your judgment, not your obedience. I explain myself to you so you understand me, and so you can explain to the Countess. I'm afraid she may take a bit more convincing than you. Good. Have her meet me in the Chapel of Talos for a council of war. That seems a fitting place to make such desperate plans.
Hail!
So
Can you help me, please? I'm Tavella Lethandis. I apologize that I can't give you the respect a guest in my home would normally receive, but I am at my wit's end. I am sorry to be so forward, but I desperately need your help. It seems that my husband, Rice, has gone missing, and I just don't know what to do. Yes, my husband is the Rice Lethandis. Have you heard of him? Oh, yes, of course you're right. I shouldn't be telling stories when he could be in danger. Yes. Reith likes to work in his studio with the door locked so no one can disturb him. He usually comes out to eat dinner and sleep, but 2 days ago he didn't come out at all. At first I wasn't worried. He does that occasionally. But when he didn't come out for a full day, I unlocked the studio with the key he said to use only in emergencies. It turned out he wasn't inside. I'm sure he never left that room, so I have no idea where he's gone. Please, help me find Reith. I love him dearly, and I am so worried. Oh, thank you so very much. Here's the key to Reith's studio. You may come and go as you please. If you need me, I'll be around the house. Do hurry. I miss my love so much. Do be careful.
Where did you come from? You look real enough. You must be from the outside. Oh, thank goodness someone finally came. While I'm overjoyed to see a friendly face, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. You're stuck here like I am. Sorry to break it to you like that, but if it wasn't for that annoying thief, we wouldn't be in this predicament. I was in my studio when a Bosmer wearing dark clothing accosted me. Before I could call for help, he knocked me unconscious. When I came to, I found that the door to my studio was still locked and that the thief had snatched my paintbrush. That's when I saw it. There was something on the canvas of my painting that I hadn't put there. It looked somewhat like a troll, but it was badly done. Then it hit me. The Bosmer must have leapt into the painting, then painted guardians inside to protect himself using the brush of true paint. I knew the secret of my success would be revealed one day. I can tell you all about the brush if you like. Very well. The brush showed up several years ago in the possession of an artist who was serving in the Arnesian War of 396. It seems an errant fireball had exploded next to him, and he lost the use of both arms. He was a stubborn man who didn't want to give up his talent. Being a devout follower of Dibella, he prayed to her for something that would allow him to express himself once more. She heard his plea and gifted him with the brush. It said the bristles of the brush are woven from Dibella's own hair. That injured man was my father. He passed the brush on to me, and I intend to pass it along to my kin one day. Did you want to know how it works? The brush allows the artist to paint from within a canvas. It opens a portal into which the artist may enter to paint things life-sized. All the painter has to do is have the brush in his possession, and whatever he imagines appears in the canvas. Of course, I'd like to wave it around anyway. It makes me feel more like a legitimate painter. I guess it all doesn't matter now. Unless you can defeat those painted trolls, we have no chance of getting the brush back. The trolls that the thief painted seem to have turned on their creator and killed him. He didn't know the brush had its risks. The creatures are now loose all over the forest and in the clearing where I was still working. The brush is on the body of the Bosmer thief there. I will not be able to help you. I am not a warrior. But take these bottles of turpentine. They might help. Do be careful. Be cautious, friend. Let me go paint us a way out of here. Good work. Now I can paint the portal home. After it's complete, you must go first, or else you'd be stuck in here forever. I'll have to remember to remove the trolls from my painting before I complete this piece. Follow me. No time to talk. Let's go home. I don't know how to thank you. You have a good heart to help me get back home. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Here, please take this apron as a token of our friendship. It's not much, but perhaps it will help you in the future. All I ask in return is to keep the brush's existence secret. If word gets around that I have it, I'm afraid more than a lone cut purse will visit me. Safe journey, Sergio.
Please, share the hospitality of our home. So by the 9 divines, can't a woman get a moment to herself? Leave me!
By Azura, by Azura, by Azura! It's the Grand Champion! I can't believe it's you standing here next to me. by Azura.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Reynold Drayless will be allowed access. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynold Drayless, we may have never uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Raynal arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So you can see we really don't need any help. But thanks for the offer. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Perhaps you can help me. I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynold Drayless. He said he was a vampire hunter and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynold, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynold convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous! And another thing, the guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Brayden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Raynor character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. There isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Oh, sorry. I have a lot of work to do.
Oh, you're back.
Hello. Hello.
Excuse me.
So, any new revelations in your, investigation? I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Airline by checking up on Raynor. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynor is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I'm only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Airline is so distraught. I'm sure Airline is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynor has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Raynor is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. Keep up the, good work, I suppose.
I used to think you were a hero, a holy knight and all that. I guess I should have known better.
Ah, you mean that vampire hunter. He's staying over at Olav's Tap and Tack. It's near the city gates. You can't miss it. Good day.
Good afternoon.
What?
I heard that some cult called the Mythic Dawn is behind the Emperor's assassination. Bastards, if I ever got a hold of Balin... oh, Balin... I loved you, old man.
I loved you, but I couldn't protect you. Oh, Balin.
Hello! What can I do for you today? Raynill's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either. Hello! What can I do for you today? Gelliborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Reynold told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. Just look for me if you need anything else. Whatever I can do. Well met.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. So, any new revelations in your... How'd you know about that? Too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gelliborn was killed by Raynil not too long ago. Gelliborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gelliborn was not a vampire? Then don't go around flinging accusation and hearsay. If you dare accuse someone of a crime, you must have the proof to back it up. Now, if you believe what you're saying is true, go get me the proof. What proof of your outlandish accusations have you brought? How many times do I have to tell you? No proof, no accusation.
Hello. Do you have any more questions? Yes. I remember Braden mentioning that name once. He was part of the Brotherhood he had created with Raynil. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right. Hello.
So, keep up the, good work, I suppose.
Hello.
You've got some nimble fingers. What have you been getting into?
What is it? I heard that some cult... Anything else? And nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and goes and doesn't talk to people much. Just look for me if you need anything else. Whatever I can do.
A pleasure to speak with. Farewell. Good day. Bye. Well met. I would gladly let you invest in my shop. Farewell.
Bill.
Whatever I can do.
So, any new revelations in your... What proof of your outlandish accusations have you brought me? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynor have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynor from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olav's Tap and Tack in 1 hour. have much to... Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynor was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Galaborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynor doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If you won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. If all you say is true, Raynor will answer for Braden's death. Raynor will pay for both crimes. Galaborn was likely another innocent he's slain. I'll make sure Skingrad's City Watch hears of this. I can't wait to get my hands on Raynor. He'll become very familiar with Bruma's dungeons, or the end of my blade if he doesn't come peacefully. Please hurry.
What's your
Raynor
story?
may make a break for the...
How do you do?
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw you enter Olav's Tap and Tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer. Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here. But then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low here for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom. Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
What news do you bring? Long ago, I made a promise to Brayden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Brayden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Brayden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state. No, he always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Brayden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered. Thank you. I will now speak the word Brotherhood. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Brayden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel. I'm glad he's dead. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I think you understand. Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? The one... Justice has been done.
Hello, Evoker. Oh, hello.
Hello?
You should be helping Erlav Jarol, shouldn't you? Erlav should be waiting. You're about Vatican, are you? It's a damn shame. I haven't been giving the project the attention it deserves. The last report I received from Scaleel indicated there was some sort of problem. A blocked passage or something that they couldn't get past. I'd investigate it further, but I'm needed here with the council. Romanus says you've got a good head on your shoulders. Look into it for me, will you? You can find Scaleel at the site. Access is restricted, so you'll need this key. She's the mage heading up the on-site research. She can tell you more about whatever it is that's impeding their progress. It's an alien ruin southwest of Cheydinhall. We suspect that there are some interesting things inside, so a research project was established. Scaleel is there now, working on investigating the ruins. I eagerly await your report.
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest addition. This humble battle mage bids you welcome.
Ah, Magister. I just remembered. There's something I'd like to...
You have business here? Don't tell me Jarl sent you. Then I'll have to ask you to leave the way you came in. The Guild is conducting official research here, and I can't have anyone interfering. You have business... Erlov sent you, did he? Figures. He can't be bothered to come check on his own project, so he sends someone who knows nothing about it. And this is supposed to help? No offense to you, friend. It's not your fault. And perhaps you can help. If you can figure out how to use the pillar, I'd be thrilled. You're welcome to try your hand at it. That's what we're calling it, only because we don't know what it really is, or was. It's magical, we know that much. Enchanted somehow. We think it's a lock of some sort, but haven't been able to figure out how it works. All I can say for sure is that it reacts to magic, badly most of the time. Several mages were hurt attempting to cast spells at it. It's at the bottom of the ruins, if you wish to try your luck. Be careful, though. It could be quite hazardous to your health. Best to play it safe. No complex magic. Stick to basic spells with single effects. It's not worth taking unnecessary risks. What a waste of my talents.
Be careful in here. sent you in to try your hand at the thing, have they? I don't know how much Scalil told you. We know that it reacts to magic, but every time we've tried, the thing shocks whomever cast the spell. It hasn't been fatal for anyone yet, but we stopped trying after the first few attempts. I can tell you, it really hurts. The only thing we haven't figured out is the markings. See them on the walls? They must relate to the pillar, but I don't know how. If we had some sort of reference, something to compare them to, we might be able to decipher them, but we lack anything like that. Scalil might have a book that would be useful, but she's been sulking over the way Earloft's been treating her. Perhaps you could ask her for it. I don't know. Anything that might help explain these inscriptions in the ruins? They're like nothing we've seen to date. Farewell. Be careful in here. Be careful in here.
If there's anything about Vatican you need explained, let me know. I'll help if I can. I don't know why Dental is even trying. This is doomed to fail. But fine. If he wants it, he can have it. It's just one more thing I'll get blamed for in the end. What a waste of my talents.
I used to think you were a hero. A holy knight and all that. I guess I should have known better. You got the book, eh? Good for you. I've given up trying to deal with her for now. I'll tell you what, I'll take the book, and then if you can read me the inscriptions, I'll see if I can find translations for them. Now that I have the book, I can try and translate what's on the walls here. You just read the inscriptions and let me know what they say. Okay, what do you need translated? It means Magicka darkens. Considering the other inscription, it could be translated to mean Magicka wanes, along with Magicka waxes. Perhaps a spell that damages Magicka is what you're looking for. Mafre seems to translate to frost, so a spell with frost damage should work for it. Anything else? According to this, it translates to from fire, life. Fire it is, then. Anything else? It means Magicka shines. Taken in context with the other inscription about Magicka darkening, perhaps there's an alternate translation. If we assume it means Magicka waxes, then a spell increasing Magicka might be what we need. Something that fortifies it, perhaps. Okay. This is kind of exciting, don't you think? Good day. Now that I have the book. Okay. Mafre seems to translate to frost, so a spell with frost damage should work for it. And according to this, it means Magicka darkens. Considering the other inscription, it could perhaps a spell that damages Magicka is what you're looking. Mafre seems to Okay. This is kind of exciting, don't you think? Good day. Okay. Mafre seems to... It means magicka darkens. Perhaps a spell that damages magicka. Okay. This is kind of exciting, don't you think? Well met. Okay. Mafre seems to translate to... According to the... Okay. This is kind of exciting, don't you think? Good day. This is kind of exciting, don't you think? Be careful. Well, would you look at that? Someone will need to see where this goes. I think you should go. You've done all the hard work, after all. If there are any discoveries to be made, you should be the one to make them. You deserve that much. Be careful, and watch your step.
What do you want now? Have you found anything interesting in the ruins? You made it work. That's fantastic. Not only can I tell Erlav we're back on track, but I can happily say we did it without his help. There must be something down there worth locking up. Would you mind taking a look as long as you're here? If I can send you back with something worthwhile, Erlav may forget all about our delays. What a waste of my talents.
Well met. Farewell.
What's that you have there? That looks important, whatever it is. I think you've really found something. You'd best get that to Erlaf back at the Imperial City as soon as possible. He'll want the mages there to examine it more closely. What a waste of my talents.
Who are you? Who dares to walk in the House of Shadow? What business do you have with the Lord Vermina? Here we worship Vermina, praying for her to grant us true visions. What is your business here? To speak with Vermina, you must offer a black soul gem to the Daedra Lord. Go then.
I have seen everything. After you've seen through Vermina's eyes, nothing can frighten you.
I have mastered my fears. There is no terror to compare with what Vermina has shown me in my dreams.
How goes it?
What's this? Some sort of alien artifact? Well, well, Romanus was right in sending you out there. Good work. I'll be sure and put in a good word for you. Goodbye.
Good evening. Well done.
Those creatures were an affront to all life, and I have paid the price for their actions. Take this ring and go with my blessing.
Who are you? The 9 divines are boring. Daedra, they're never boring. We watch and wait.
We meet again, mortal. For we have met before. whether you know it or not. When you mutter in your sleep, you speak to me. When you waken wet with sweat, you've just left my house. I dwell in your dreams. I savor your nightmares. Now you will serve me. The wizard Architect has the orb of Vermina, snatched from the dreams of my followers and dragged into the waking world. Travel to his tower and retrieve my orb. Take care, though, mortal. In my orb, Architect has found more than he bargained for.